The early morning sun washed over Riverside City, a peaceful suburban community known for its neat lawns, slow traffic, and PTA meetings that felt more like political rallies. At Hawthorne Elementary School, excitement buzzed in the air. Today was the big Washington history field trip, something parents and children had looked forward to for months. Inside the school hallway, Mr. Daniel Harris, a 36-year-old black history teacher, checked the attendance list. He was calm, soft-spoken, and deeply respected by students. He loved teaching, and more importantly, he believed in changing minds through education. "Morning, kids! Everyone got your lunches? Water bottles? Comfortable shoes?" Daniel smiled warmly. The children cheered. But not everyone was smiling that morning. Near the school entrance stood Mark and Jennifer Collins, a well-dressed white couple known for constantly questioning the school's decisions. They whispered to each other while eyeing Daniel with visible disapproval. Jennifer folded her arms tightly. "I still don't like him supervising our daughter," she muttered. Mark nodded. "I told Principal Lambert last month, someone like him shouldn't be teaching American history," Jennifer scoffed. "Let's keep an eye on him today." They had no idea this would become the biggest mistake of their lives. 3 big yellow buses rolled into the parking lot. Kids rushed forward with excitement. Teachers prepared their groups. Jennifer walked quickly to Daniel, forcing a fake smile. "Hi, Mr. Harris. I'd like our daughter, Emily, to be placed with another teacher today." Daniel blinked, surprised. "Is there a particular reason?" "Emily is doing great in my class." Jennifer leaned close, lowering her voice. "We prefer she learns real history, the traditional way." Her tone was sharp, loaded, insulting. Daniel kept calm. "Ma'am, this trip is supervised by all teachers equally." "I assure you, Emily will be completely safe and—" Mark interrupted rudely. "We're not comfortable with you. Isn't that reason enough?" Parents nearby froze. Kids fell silent. Daniel's jaw tightened, but he stayed composed. "The bus assignments were finalized a week ago. Emily is in my group because she requested it. She enjoys the lessons." Jennifer's eyes twitched with anger. But before she could blast out another insult, Principal Lambert, a middle-aged white woman with a strong sense of discipline, stepped up. "Is there a problem here?" Jennifer smiled sweetly, fake as plastic. "Oh, nothing serious. We just want our daughter placed with someone more appropriate." Lambert frowned. "And what exactly is inappropriate about Mr. Harris?" Jennifer hesitated. She couldn't say the word she wanted to say, but her tone made everything obvious. Mark forced a laugh. "We're just more comfortable if someone with his perspective isn't teaching sensitive material." The principal stiffened. She knew exactly what they meant. "I'm afraid that's not happening," she said firmly. "Mr. Harris is one of our best educators. Emily stays with her group." Jennifer's face turned red with anger. "This isn't over," she hissed. Daniel simply nodded and walked toward the bus with his students, refusing to let the issue ruin the day. But the Collins couple had no intention of letting it go. Children giggled and took photos with their little disposable cameras as the bus rumbled toward the Jefferson Museum of National History. Daniel sat near the middle aisle to keep an eye on everyone. Emily, the Collins daughter, sat near him and happily chatted. "Mr. Harris, will we get to see the exhibit on the Freedom Riders today?" Daniel smiled. "Yes, and I can't wait to hear what you think about it." Emily loved history. She admired Daniel. Her parents didn't know that or wouldn't have liked it. At the back of the bus, Jennifer stared at Daniel like a hawk. Mark whispered, "Just watch. He's trying to turn these kids against the country. You know how they are." Jennifer nodded angrily. "Once we arrive, I'm filing a complaint. I'll demand he's removed from the trip." Daniel overheard nothing, but the driver did, and she shot them a disgusted look in the mirror. The museum was massive. Columns, marble floors, giant American flags floating above. Daniel led the kids through the entrance. "Everyone stay with your partners, okay?" "Yes, Mr. Harris," the kids said. The Collins couple lingered behind, still fuming. Inside the first hall, Daniel explained the exhibit of American democracy and civil rights. Kids listened eagerly. But behind them, Jennifer whispered loudly enough for others to hear, "Of course he's focusing on that section." A few parents looked uncomfortably at her. Daniel continued teaching, ignoring the snide comments. He pointed at a large photo of the 1961 Freedom Riders. Black and white activists who risked their lives for justice. Courage isn't about being strong, he said. It's about standing up even when you're scared. Emily raised her hand. Would you have gone on the buses, Mr. Harris? Daniel smiled softly. I would like to believe, yes. A man standing nearby whispered, Good answer. Jennifer rolled her eyes aggressively. During lunch, the entire group sat in the museum courtyard. Daniel checked on the kids, answered questions, and made sure everyone ate properly. Suddenly, Jennifer marched toward Principal Lambert, dragging Mark behind her. This is unacceptable, she shouted. Lambert sighed. What now? Jennifer pointed at Daniel with dramatic fury. That man is filling the children's heads with dangerous political ideas. My daughter asked about racism. Racism! He's turning a school trip into some kind of movement. Lambert stared at her, baffled. That's literally part of American history, she replied. Mark stepped forward aggressively. I demand! He be removed from this trip immediately! Parents gasped. Several stood up. Emily ran forward, tears forming in her eyes. Mom, Dad, stop! Mr. Harris didn't do anything! Jennifer snapped. Go sit down! Adults are talking. Daniel finally approached, calm as ever. Is everything okay? Mark glared at him with open hostility. We've had enough of your attitude. You're done here. Daniel blinked slowly. My attitude? Sir, I've done nothing except teach. Mark stepped closer, chest puffed. You people always pretend to be innocent. A hush fell across the courtyard. Even Principal Lambert froze. Parents looked horrified. Kids stared wide-eyed. Jennifer didn't stop him. She didn't even look shocked. Daniel stayed still. Quiet. Controlled. Sir, he said softly, please back away. Mark smirked. What are you going to do? But before anything more could happen, a museum security guard walked toward them. Is everything all right here? Mark immediately pointed at Daniel. This man is causing trouble. We want him removed. The guard looked between them, confused. Sir, he's a teacher supervising children, Jennifer shouted. And we're parents. And we know when someone doesn't belong. The guard raised a hand. Ma'am, lower your voice. This only made Jennifer angrier. She stepped forward and said the one sentence that would ignite everything. I will not let a black man teach my daughter American history. A wave of silence swallowed the courtyard. Parents froze. Kids stared. The guard's jaw dropped. Principal Lambert looked like she had been slapped. Daniel stood perfectly still, pain flickering in his eyes, but he refused to give them the satisfaction of reacting. Behind them, a crowd of tourists had begun filming. This moment, this ugly moment, would soon go viral worldwide. But the most shocking part? The person who would defend Daniel, the one person no one expected, hadn't even stepped into the scene yet. And when they arrived, everything would change permanently. The next morning, Willow Creek felt unusually tense. Cars moved slowly through Main Street. People whispered outside cafes. News vans were already parked near the public hall. Dr. Marcus Hale sat in his living room with his hands tightly locked together while his daughter, Chloe, practiced her speech for him. Dad, she said softly, you don't have to go today. I can speak for you. Marcus shook his head. No, sweetheart. If I stay quiet, racism wins. I need to stand there myself. Chloe hugged him tightly. You never lose when you choose the truth. Across town, Emily Parker practiced her own speech in front of the mirror. Her voice wavered. I will reveal what kind of danger Marcus Hale truly is. But she stopped midway. She knew she had gone too far. Her pride wouldn't let her back down now. She took a deep breath, put on her blazer, grabbed her notes, and left her house. By noon, the town hall was completely packed. Black, white, Latino, and Asian families filled the seats. Some people stood along the walls. Emily entered with fake confidence. Marcus entered moments later, and whispers filled the room. That's him. The doctor who saved my mom, one person whispered. Another said, why is he even being accused? Sheriff Logan stepped on stage and addressed the room. Today, we will review the accusations made by Ms. Emily Parker against Dr. Marcus Hale.